All right. All right, boys. Welcome back to another episode of Risers and Fallers. And you got your co-hosts. It's Top Shelf, Giraffe Neck Gaming, and Deepikel 93 back with you again with another Risers and Fallers. What's up, guys?
You mean the first?
The first for It's Top Shelf.
The first.
The first for It's Top Shelf. Missed out last week was pretty fire, and a lot of people appreciated that, so the markets were moving. Hopefully we can help out some people again this week. If you guys enjoy this and you want this to keep going, make sure you guys hit a sub to all of us guys. It's Top Shelf YouTube, Giraffe Neck Gaming YouTube, Deepikel 93 on Twitch. All their links will be in the description down below. Make sure you guys follow them. This will also be on It's Top Shelf's channel with his little twist on it, so make sure you guys go check that out. Today we're going to break it down between sneaky players, players that have a good chance of going up, and then the biggest chance of players that will go up also. And we're going to talk about a little bit about the players of the month too. So the players of the month will basically affect like the guys that are going to go up or down. Like we don't know, say a guy that's got a player of the month card this month might not get an upgrade in his live series. So that type of thing. But all right, guys, what do you guys say? Let's get started here.
I need first suggestions from the big dog up there. Pack God.
Oh, Pack God? Pack God's up? Oh, yeah. Jeez. All right. Let's see. Some sneaky guys that I like. I'll give you a quick one here just because, South Carolina. Gotta always represent my Gamecocks. This isn't gonna be one that necessarily makes you be like, whoa, jump on them real quick or anything like that. But my boy Whit Merrifield had a god-awful start to the season. But during this 14-game hitting streak that he's had in May, he's hitting 400. He's got a 450 on-base percentage and a 691 slugging percentage with 4 home runs and 60 plate appearances. Ooh. So I think my boy Whit Merrifield at least deserves something.
And he's already a 73.
He's a 73, so maybe he could sneak up to that 76, 77 spot because obviously that card has no power whatsoever. But you can't ignore that slugging percentage in that 14-game hitting streak.
My man's batting. He's 9 for his last 18 with 3 stolen bags and 4 runs over his last 7 days. Good Lord.
So I'm thinking what I'm doing right now. For those of you who obviously can't see my screen, but I'm just playing around with the creative player thing. So his power was a 32. I'm bumping it to a 40 against righties and a 45 against lefties. Contact 52 going up to a 57. And 70, and I'm just going to leave it at that and see what that takes us to. And for Whit Merrifield, that puts him from a 73 to a 75. So it gives him 2. It's nothing crazy, but he deserves it. And I got to shout out my Gamecocks.
All right.
I'm also going to be throwing up their stats and their ratings and stuff on the screen for the videos.
Same here.
So you don't got to worry about that.
We need to make a logo for this or something.
I can get somebody to make one.
Yeah, do it, dude.
Yeah, Top Shelf's got that
sweet.
Top thumbnail guy.
I have the plug on that.
All right. So Dylan, let's get you some of your sneaky guys in there.
One guy that I'm really high on who had the worst start to the year that I don't think his season could have started any worse is Fernando Rodney. Dude was absolutely horrible in April. He gave up 14 runs in 10 innings. ERA was 12.6 in May.
I was playing with him yesterday.
Hasn't given up a run. He's pitched 8.2 innings, only given up 2 hits. I think he's a common card right now, so that's someone, it's not going to make or break your bank or stubs-wise.
Yeah, he's
68. If you're looking for an event or, someone super cheap, I think Fernando Rodney gets his boost back up to a bronze card.
So am I
allowed to run in 9 games?
Am I the only one that has 8 sneaky guys that I'm looking at?
Oh yeah, no, I've got a couple.
Okay, good.
I thought we were just going one at a time.
Good. We can. Let's just start throwing guys in there. We'll go around the circle, I guess, and start throwing guys in. So, Shelfie.
Oh, are you putting it on me, Seth?
I'm putting it all on you, man.
All right, my guy, another guy who had a really slow start to the season, but I love this kid, Hunter Renfroe, San Diego Padres right fielder. This dude threw a ball from right field. It was 101 miles an hour this week. Hose. His arm strength on the game right now is a 74. That can definitely come up. He's also batting. His average was 200 for the first month of the season. .333 his last 7 days, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. He's up to 10 home runs on the season. He's on pace for 30.
There you go. He's pretty cheap too. You can get him for at least 25 stubs right there.
He's a common right now.
Yep, he's a common. All right. Well, let's see. Which guy do I want to talk about first here?
I know you have 40 of them over there.
I have like
True.
99.
Research. I don't have sleepers. I just got them.
All right, so I'm gonna pick my like top sleeper pick that I really like, who's been tearing it up the last 7 days, the last month at that, and it's gonna be Oakland Athletics Yonder Alonso. I know the name. I was just trying to pull up the stats here.
Yeah, he's been crushing the ball.
Yonder, 9 home runs, the most home runs in May. Yeah, pull up the other stuff here, all the cool stuff. He's hitting in the last 30 days a 302, which isn't bad, but actually it's 10 home runs, so it might have not have updated from last night. So 10 home runs in May, leading all of the majors. 17 RBIs, on base percentage is 421. Let me pull him up here on the screen.
He's got 14 dongs, 31 ribbies.
Yeah, and see if how many
just under 400.
What he can actually go up to. Because, I mean, his power, 69, 62. I feel like with 14 home runs in the season, 10 in May, his power could easily be at least a 75 on both sides. Someone bring up his splits for me. So then we can really break down the power versus right versus left.
Contact, 69, 62. His power can definitely go up.
Power can definitely go up. Average is at 302 right now in the last 30 days. Vision can go up a little bit from that on-base percentage too.
455 last week.
455 the last week. So this could be also a guy, like I said, we were going to talk about players of the month cards. This could be a guy that could be up there too. Plus he only needs a +2 to get into an 80 overall silver. And his price right now at a 53. If he does go to a silver, that's already a double quick sell right there. If you wanted to quick sell him, that's doubling your stubs right there.
Look at you.
Going off.
He does it all.
That's doubling your stubs right there, guys. Guys at home, let's go.
That is research.
Skip me for one because I'm currently preparing exactly what I want to say for Cody Bellinger.
All right.
I got you there. Can we talk about Adam Duvall for a second here?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about Adam Duvall. Let's go.
Because Adam Duvall's starting to creep up into that like elite status and hitting.
Yeah, he's batting really good. I have him on my Player of the Month watch.
He's on pace for 44 home runs and 142 RBIs. He hit 33 bombs last year with 100 RBIs, and it kind of went unnoticed almost. He's just blowing his numbers from last season out of the water. His batting average is up at a whole 35 points. Striking out less. He's already got half the stolen bases he had last season. Not nearly getting caught as much. Taking walks. Not really. Strikeout walk ratio is actually pretty bad.
Oh yeah. Last 7, 379, 5 home runs. Whew. 13 RBIs. Yeah, I actually have Duvall as one of my sneaky plays too, because he is at that 83 overall, only needing 2 more to hit that 85 gold, and that would be another good investment there, being only at a 300 stubs, 222 stubs.
And they really don't even need to like give him too much of an upgrade. His contact numbers are so low. If they move it at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like what we were talking about last week is that guys that have decent fielding have a better chance to getting upgraded because
their fielding's already high.
His is already 70, 72, so that's pretty good.
Am I looking at this right? Is he first, third, and all outfield eligible?
I don't know about center field, but yeah, he
first,
gets left and right.
First, third, center, and right. And so this shows his inside edge. I know his inside edge doesn't really matter much, but this shows a +13 on his contact versus right, +11 on his power versus right, and that puts him up to an 87. So even if he just gets a little bit of that boost for this Friday, that can easily put him up to an 85.
No doubt.
Well, you never know what SDS is going to do with this.
I was hitting bombs with him last year on Battle Royale. He was one of the best bronzes.
Man, that power's nice. Even for that card. 88, 84 with that card. Inside Edge has his power to like 99 right now, I think. I don't know if that shows right away on that circle, but it says plus 11 on his 88. So
yeah.
Wait, 84.
Power's maxed out. He's plus 13 for the day.
Jeez.
And he hits righties better. Right now, that's what the inside edge is showing.
Yeah, 13-11.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Another guy that I like a lot is from the Marlins. Justin Bour. How do you guys say that?
Just Justin.
Justin.
We're not giving him a last name.
Mr. Justin. Justin.
Got me on the edge of your seat.
Another guy.
My seat.
Another
Justin,
guy that's been
Justin
hot.
Bour?
Yeah, Justin Bour.
Oh, okay. I was like, who is it?
I'm like, is there more than one?
So in the last 30
13
days,
home runs.
he's got 9 home runs, hitting a 341, 18 RBIs, walked 13 times, with an on-base percentage of 429.
The thing with Bour, I will say, is he got updated last week, so
He did get updated last week. Okay.
Yeah, so I doubt they'll give him a double, but still, he is still having a really good year. And this is a dude, obviously, me and Top Shelf know well from being Mets and Phillies fans. But every time I watch this guy, it's just like, I hate seeing him come to the plate. he just rakes.
He does. He's scary in the box too.
And he's huge. He's so daunting.
Yeah. So maybe a guy that we can watch throughout the season here.
Oh, definitely a guy to monitor.
Look at his price. Look at his price, guys. 82 stubs. Still underneath that quick sell price. So.
Yeah, 82 subs and a guy who has 85 power. It's tough to ignore.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to talk about Cody Bellinger. Now,
get into it.
He's been struggling the last week. He's been getting maybe a little bit exposed, hitting 136 in his last 7 days, in his last 6 games. So that's not a good sign. But something that you need to look at is that in 33 games, he has 11 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's hitting 260 pretty much. He's a pretty good ball player. Now, the big thing with him is that they have him as a first baseman, which gets him at 75. Move him to left field, which he's played more games than first base, 24 at left, 11 at first. He goes up to a 79. So that puts him right on the cusp of being a silver. Now, I think that he deserves to get a little bit of an upgrade to bump him up to an 80 because those power numbers are gross. To put it into perspective, Jason Worth has 7 home runs this year, and he's an 80 silver. And Jason Worth's power numbers are kind of a little bit better. He has better contact and stuff. But just Cody Bellinger definitely deserves an upgrade. A little bit to the power, a little bit to the contact maybe against righties. His lefty numbers have been struggling a bit. But I think he's a guy, 1, invest in for sure, and 2, because he has the potential to be a beast, and 2, definitely check him out because he might be getting that left field switch and going to a silver.
Actually.
Nice.
I was trying to look.
A quick note on that.
Swing is vicious.
Go ahead.
Do you remember Angelo last week when we were talking about Ian Desmond?
Yep.
And we said that we were considering him to go gold just because he would get boosted to left field, or they would switch him to left field and it would raise him 5 overall. We were talking about that, correct?
Yep.
They actually downgraded him to a 75.
Yeah, so maybe they're starting to.
They're gonna switch him to left field, so he's gonna go back to an 80.
Yep.
I don't think a lot of people realize that because we were all talking about, if he gets boosted to left field, he's going gold, blah blah blah.
And I think that's what they were preparing for.
Yeah,
I think that's what they were preparing
for. So I don't know if that's something they would do with Bellinger or just along those lines. Is be aware that they might.
Yeah, they might downgrade him here.
Upgrades.
Yep. So so maybe it's a good time to actually go back and look at Ian Desmond. Cody Bellinger's price is at like 500 right now for a bronze. That's crazy. So because I
thought for sure that Ian Desmond was gonna get switched.
Oh wow! Look at his price right now, guys. 82.
Woo!
So last week we had his price up to almost 600, 500, and then he gets this downgrade. But D Peichel 93 brings up a good point that they might be preparing to move his card into the outfield by dropping his ratings down to a 75. Because if you think about it, if they leave him at an 80 or whatever he was an 80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they would have left them at an 80 and they did that upgrade, his card might be like 88, 89. So by dropping this 5, they can then go back to just maybe putting him back to a high silver this time. Maybe they didn't want him to be a gold yet. So, but another card to look at, especially at this price now. His price is ridiculously low.
And I mean, it's
not stupid.
And it's not even close. His left field or his outfield to first base. He's played 21 games in the outfield compared to 8 at first base. So I mean, he has to get changed.
Yep. So we lost Giraffe Neck here for a little bit. He did message me saying be right back, continue without me. So we'll continue without him. What else you got for me, Dill?
A pitcher that I like this week. He's probably not going to be as sneaky as most people think, but I think his stats deserve a boost. Is Carlos Martinez from the Cardinals.
St. Louis.
His stats that I have written down, they probably got changed a little bit. They have him at 66 hits per 9 in the game.
Yep.
This month in May, he's only given up 22 hits in 36 innings. I think that could easily get a boost. For his whole 2017 season, he's only given up 50 hits in 65 innings. So I definitely think his hits per 9 can get a boost. I don't see his walks or his home runs getting touched, but I think just his hits per 9, if he gets that boosted to like a 75, maybe, he could go up to easily an 84, maybe even sneak into a gold category. And he has filthy stuff.
Yeah. 82 overall.
He's been one of the best pitchers. I remember when they had that Daddy Leagues site.
I think his strikeouts per 9 can definitely go up.
I think what is it, 1 an inning? Something around there? A little over.
71 for 65. 71 for 65, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
I actually got him pegged on Twitter as a sneaky Cy Young candidate this year. He's starting to pitch a lot better.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a slow start, but it really wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, and his stuff is just so filthy in game, too. He's a really good budget pitcher to have.
92 break, 84 velocity. Yeah,
we got any more arms?
I
don't have any arms.
Yeah, it's all you do.
I have a couple. I mean, another one that I have going up, could be going up, is Roberto Ozuna. The dude's been almost untouchable in
like
May,
to hear that.
even the last week alone. He's got 3 saves in the last week, might even be 4 if he got a save yesterday. These were written on Tuesday.
Yeah, he's got 3 in the last 7 days.
I think he's got a .43 whip, something along that. I mean, the guy's been untouchable.
The home runs per 9 is what's definitely gonna what he needs for his card.
0.8 whip, 2.7 ERA. Well, walks per 9 is 0.9. 22 Ks, 10 saves.
Ooh, that is nasty.
He's already unhittable as it is. He's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good too. He hasn't allowed a home run at all. So this is a really good one here, actually. He hasn't allowed a home run in the last 30 days. So that in the last 11.2 innings, and that's what he needs, and that's what he needs to get a boost, is because he's got a 51 home runs per 9 right now.
He's at what, an 85, correct?
86.
86, and he's always boosted with inside edge.
Yep.
Every day he's boosted. So I mean, I don't see him like going diamond, but maybe like 87, 88. He's becoming one of the elite closers in the game.
I agree.
Yeah, he's in that top tier for sure.
Because another guy that I have sneaking into gold would be David Robertson.
Yeah, I had a couple guys actually bring that up last week.
He's an 84, so he's right on the cusp. His last 7 days hasn't given up a run, hasn't given up a hit, struck out 6 in 3.2 innings. May, he's been good. 1.8 ERA. It's just a guy that it's not going to take a lot to get boosted. I mean, one little thing they touch and he's going gold.
Let me see if I can get his number. Here we go. Yeah, his number's all right. 2 points. Another one with a whip of 0.8.
Yep, he's only given up 1 home run this year. 28 strikeouts in 19 innings. Only 11 hits. But like I said, I don't know how keen they are on upgrading relief pitchers or closing pitchers. I know it took Kimbrel a while to get diamonds, so.
Oh yeah,
he put himself in that hole.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of them who could.
All right, so I'm looking at the Twitter here, and I got a couple of people asking about Devin Travis. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
This dude's killed it in May.
I think he's got to be one of the player of the month guys.
You think so?
And
I think so.
There's so many guys to do player of the month with. It's just it's honestly gonna be a toss up.
It really is.
Like there's so many. I mean, I'm looking right now. There's 8 guys.
There are so many guys in the last 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, there's just how do you do it? Like I know last month there was a rookie.
Yep.
There was Mitch Haniger, and then you had Chris Owings,
Judge, Zimmerman,
Vargas.
So you had 2 pitchers, and Leak. You had Leak too.
Yep.
So 2 pitchers and 4 batters.
So
which I think you might see probably 3 and 3. I don't know. That makes more sense. I think, but at the same time, 2 and 4.
Because if I had to put a lock on 2 of the cards, both of mine are pitchers, and they're McCullers and Wood.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both have to get player of the month cards.
Yep, I got Wood on my list as well.
For sure.
To interrupt? Are we in like straight up talking about player of the month right now?
No, we're just
throwing it in there.
Okay.
Throwing it in there.
Someone brought up Devin Travis, and
Gotcha.
Yep. Twitter's asking about Devin Travis, and we said
I could not find Devin Travis on my sheet.
Well, I got him for the last 30.
I know he has like
368.
15 doubles in May or something like that.
Yep.
16.
16 doubles, hitting a 368. Guys,
he was down. Yeah, he was downgraded on April 28th, and since then he's just gone off, like you guys said, with those really good numbers.
Off.
Yeah, like 364, 17 doubles and 104 plate appearances.
And I mean, you have to think is even if his power numbers for home runs isn't high, you can get boosted powers just because you're doubles.
Yeah, extra base hits are big.
You're slugging. Yeah. So I mean, just because he's not hitting home runs, he could still get a power boost. I mean, 16 doubles is
big.
That's
big time.
That's 6 more than the next closest in the last 30 days.
Yeah, with the 48, 43 right now, that's definitely got a chance to go up.
Both of those could go up. Yeah.
So when are we going to talk about Carlos Correa?
Right now. Right
That's
now.
the man I love.
Right now.
Right now.
You're getting one of my favorite players in the MLB right there.
This kid's a superstar.
Love him.
Go ahead. There you go.
Last 7 days, on base percentage 556, 13 for 25, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. This kid's he's turning it on.
379 for the month.
He heard diamonds and 90 this year. He's like, I want that.
His batting average on May 1st was 236. He's currently batting 309.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has killed it this month.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Another possible player of the month as well.
That's one guy you could look at getting a master set for.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And see, I could just he has diamond written all over him. He's not going to do it this week, but I really think by the All-Star break, if he keeps hitting like this, he's going to be a diamond by the time.
Oh yeah.
Look at this kid's a beast. What's he selling for right now on the market?
9K by now. 7.6 sell now.
I think yesterday it was like 6 or 7. So
people are
9K.
The people that look at the same stuff we do, they know.
I feel like this one could blow up just like the Freddie Freeman thing. I sold Freddie Freeman for 12K on the third day of the season, and now he's like 60K. I think just the 61-69 against lefties, I think, is going to get a boost.
Yes. Yeah, like a righty with a lower lefty, first lefty stats. Definitely.
And for not a bad fielder either. Runs pretty decent, 65 speed. Yep. For a shallow position, I mean, if he goes diamond, his value could be huge.
Right. And that's one thing that I feel like people are going to swarm the market trying to get his gold card, but you never know because if he gets player of the month, his gold card isn't going to change right now at least.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point on the shortstop, man. That's
these player of the months, you're going to have 2 cards that are going to break out in price, and the rest are going to be easy purchases, but you're going to have those 2 guys, so it definitely could be Correa.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna break the bank again this year. So hopefully some of these investments work out for us.
That's why I was glad I got the Thames done, so I at least got one of the Player of the Month.
Same here. Same here.
All these come out, and it wasn't as much of a grind getting the Thames as it was the Bogs, but.
All right, boys. I'm gonna throw in my last sneaky play. I'm not gonna talk about everyone, but from the Twins, Joe Mauer has turned it up a bit here in the last 30 days. Very cheap price right now too. 73 overall. Let's throw up his stats here real quick.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
This man a pitcher?
DG Nation, who is thy player?
Joe Mauer, 346. Hitting a 346 in the last 30 days.
Unless he's getting a 99 catcher. That's what I'm waiting for.
That's what you're waiting for from last year?
Come back.
Leading the Twins in hits, guys. Leading the Twins in hits with 28 in the last 30 days.
35 doubles.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to get his home runs back, so his power. He's only got 3 for the year, but all 3 of those came from, I think, the last, couple weeks.
It's all come in May.
That's actually
been like a 25-plus?
Once the MVP season, I think he had almost 30.
So,
other than that, though, I don't think he's ever had more than 15. Other than that,
he used to be the talk of baseball.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy to think of the guys that used to be.
He did everything though. He was almost Jeter-ish a little bit.
True.
And his image, Joe Mauer,
yeah.
His image was an automatic respect. He still hit that double down the line against the Yankees. It was called foul, but it was a double.
The thing that drives me nuts about Joe Mauer, and it's not his fault, obviously, but it's just a pet peeve of mine that happens all around baseball, and you're going to see it happen now with Buster Posey. You take a catcher that is a fantastic hitting catcher, and they move him to first base, and he loses all value at first base.
Yeah.
You saw that with Joe Mauer. At catcher, he had, 15 home runs a year, and he hit 350, whatever, every year. At catcher, that's unbelievable. That's elite status. And then you put him at first base, and it's not as much.
I think the only one who has the power to make the transition is Evan Gattis.
Yeah, because the dude just drops bombs. And, at first base, let's be honest, you want guys that drop bombs. And, I see it happening with Buster Posey, and I know it's because of injuries, and you want to keep him on the field as long as possible. And he probably can do it. But I'm oh, my God, keep him at catcher as long as you can. He's so much more valuable there. That's a position that nobody gets production out of in the MLB. And if you can, I was a catcher too, so I'm a little biased, but
I still feel like Evan Gattis doesn't even play enough on that team, but they're just so good. The formula's working. It's probably not going to change, but he does get a lot of days off. I have him in one of my fantasy leagues probably twice a day. I just love the fact he's a janitor.
That's the coolest thing ever. The dude was just literally just a bum, for lack of a better term.
Dreams come true.
And then he was just a lumberjack and just plays baseball now.
He made the transition look so easy.
Right?
From throwing away trash to just hitting 400-foot missiles in the bigs.
And does anybody have a better look at the plate than him? He rolls up the sleeves.
Oh yeah.
No batting gloves on. He's ripping off sawdust from the bat. I mean,
I think the only person we can compare to image at the plate is the old Mike Napoli.
Yeah.
The chest hair poking out.
He's a man's man right there.
Yeah.
What was the name of the guy in Rookie of the Year?
Dennis Quaid?
No, the guy on the team that kept hitting all the home runs, the rival, the enemy of the
on the Yankees. Rookie of the Year. That's the one with the little kid, right? Or which one is
with
it?
Rowan Gardner. Who was that guy?
It was a Met player. It was on the Mets.
It was either the Mets or the White Sox or something like that. But that's Evan Gattis. I'm gonna pull this up.
I'm trying to look at the cast. Because he plays that guy a lot, the big dude at the plate.
Yeah, it was the Mets.
Come on, Mark. That's you. That's all you, bro.
Yeah,
he wasn't a real player. He wasn't a Mets player. That's the thing.
He wasn't real.
Yeah, no, he wasn't real. That's Evan Gattis.
Okay, he is Of course, now I can't find it. Oh, let me find the picture.
I'm editing the video into the.
He was called Hedo, and Hedo was played by Tom Milanovic.
Tom Milanovic is Evan Gaddis.
Yeah, he's a large dude.
Just a big mammal.
Just gets up there.
All right, let's get back on topic. Anthony Rendon.
Let's
Got
go.
him on my player of the month.
Yep, another dude who's just gotten off.
Yeah, his hitting stats they're not good, like at all.
No.
64, 82, 64, 58. Like, what?
Yeah.
Numbers can definitely go up, and he's only one away from a gold.
One away from a gold, and I'm going to look at his stats real quick.
Tipping point.
433 OBP his last 7 days, 9 for 26, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 4 ribbies.
And when did he get his last? I'm trying to see when he got his last upgrade so I can check like the numbers between the two, because like you said, his card's really like awful. Like 58,
like bad.
58
look
power.
Look at this.
And 64 is just not.
Just adding a +3 to both contact versus right and power versus right puts him up to an 85. That's what his inside edge is right now. So that's that much. That's not much at all.
Yep.
And if you look at his last 2 weeks since his last upgrade, what has he got here? Last 14 days, he's hitting 342 with 4 homers and 9 RBIs. So, like you said, his power versus right is a 64. So let's just go like 67 and contact. He's hitting 265, so maybe just 1 to 65. Contact versus lefties, he's hitting 423 this year, so maybe 85. And power-wise, let's go to 60 just to round it off. And I think that's definitely going to put him to an 85. Which it does. It puts him to an 85. So it doesn't take a lot for him to get to gold now.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be someone that they actually upgrade his live series card just because he has a breakout card in the game.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense too. That's a good point.
I mean,
Good price point right now too to buy right now. 448 buy now.
Leave some room for sure.
Under 500.
Under 500.
That's kind of like the big thing to look at when you're looking for silver to golds. Is anything under 500? I think is worth it.
Definitely. And
but
I'm
obviously
buying a ton of them right now.
I wish I could. I put my money in
go
everyone else.
Is it Big Salvador Perez, who I still think deserves an upgrade?
Hey, I bought 15 of them.
Because his power, he's maybe like his average is pretty much on point with what he's been at 260.
Yeah.
But the dude has 11 home runs.
Yeah, his power has to go up.
I don't feel like we can ignore that.
Yep.
And I don't think he's gotten an upgrade yet this year,
Nope.
to my knowledge.
He
So
started in 84.
yeah, so I think
That price is still pretty good for his card too right now.
his power against righties is 58 and 65 with 11 homers. Like, I think you got to at least give him 70, and he's got to bump him. You got to bump him. He has nine of his 11 against righties.
Not going to take much to get him to a gold either, since his fielding is so good.
He's already an 84 too. Another one of those guys that are 84.
Yeah, so throw his power to his 65, and you got an 85 catcher right there. And then his price, like we said last week, skyrockets already because the Royals collection needs a gold, another gold.
Price that would be really nice.
And
too.
the catching is so weak this year. So
Plus,
weak.
if they swap Lorenzo Cain and Salvador,
Yeah.
they could almost swap prices.
Lorenzo Cain is my downgrade guy again.
Yep.
Like, how long is it going to take San Diego Studios to realize these guys need to get downgraded?
Dude, I think Ramon loves Locaine a little bit because he was so excited to show everyone that card on the stream. He's like, "Oh, we got that All-Star Locaine." It's like, dude, after that year, he went right back to being normal player. Like he's hitting 250 this year with 2 homers, 10 RBIs, and 35 strikeouts. Like, ugh.
Not as bad as Manny Machado, though.
No.
All right, since we're in the Kansas City Royals kind of thing here, I want to bring up one last kind of sneaky guy here. Well, actually, let's move on to like guys that have actually a good chance. Eric Hosmer, I don't think is very sneaky. I think he's actually could get an upgrade. He's in the last 30 days he's hitting a 362, 4 bombs, 13 RBIs, and he's starting to walk a lot. 11 walks. So,
Yep.
I mean...
He's a good ball player.
That's a sneaky 3 stolen bases, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, his fielding's already good. He was a gold last year, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to see what his...
His inside edge is always up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. Good card to have, good fielding.
Let's check his last 7 days.
He's doing most of his power against righties. He only has 1 homer against lefties.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think he could be an 84 at least.
84.
Give him one, and then he continues to put up numbers.
Yep.
The big thing with him is like his contact is kind of already good with 81 against righties, because his numbers against lefties contact wise is like he's a 273 hitter. So maybe he's not a 64, maybe he's closer to a 70, but his contact's very high, so he has to put up power number wise.
Yep. And he's gonna need more home runs versus lefties.
Yeah, for sure.
Be right back.
All right, man.
A dude that I like a lot to get upgraded, and he got downgraded recently, is Edwin Encarnacion. That dude is going off the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, he's hitting 326, 4 homers, 8 RBIs. He's only struck out 9 times in 46 plate appearances, which is huge, because his big issue was striking out, because this year he has 57 in total. So to put it in perspective, the month of April and March, he struck out 35 times, and in May, he struck out 22.
I don't have any of them.
And one of the things that he did was on his downgrade from gold to silver, which I will just give you more specific stats on real quick. He got downgraded on vision. His vision went from 68 to 58. His contact versus righties went from 71 to 64, and his contact from lefties went from 60 to 55. So I think he should go back up to gold. But the thing that hurts him, of course, is that I don't think they're just going to go right back to the numbers that he had.
Yep.
Right.
And he's got just the most garbage fielding ever.
Well, given that he's a first baseman.
He's a first baseman only because there's no DH thing in the game. So like he's a guy that I like because he's such a good hitter.
Yep.
And he's really not as bad as his card says.
Well, yeah, he's one of the guys that hits a ceiling with his bat.
Yeah.
He only can go up so high because his fielding is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kind of like Victor Martinez.
Yep.
Imagine if his 83 card
needs to ramp up on that average.
Somewhat decent fielding.
Well, the thing with Edwin Encarnacion is he's never really been much of an average guy.
Yep.
So you can't kill him for staying what he was. Like career average, he's a 265 hitter. And he's hitting
Toronto. He hit 280 a couple times, didn't he?
But like career-wise, he's 265.
Yeah.
So like he's pretty much kind of on track with what he is. It was just that at the beginning of the year, he was striking out a lot more than he used to, and his power numbers were down a bit. So they're coming back up and everything. I can see him going back to gold sometime soon.
Yeah, he's batting 350 in May, so I mean you can't look past it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Who's got another good chance of an upgrade?
I've got some pitchers that I'll throw off here.
Go ahead. Yep.
All right. So one guy is Jeff Samardzija. One because he came in and punched Hunter Strickland in the face himself. So he deserves an upgrade for hitting his own players. But Jeff Samardzija had a god awful start to the season. But since then, in the month of May, he's been disgusting with 10.2 Ks per 9, 0.4 walks per 9. 7/7 hits per 9, which is, not.
But wait, go back to
that
case per 9 again. What was that case per 9? Because he's at a 62 right now.
10.2.
Rating.
10.2.
Wow.
And he's given up 1 homer per 9 in 43.7 innings. So Jeff Samardzija is one of those guys that I know the dude on Twitch that does it, Paul, has been talking about. That's like weird because the Giants suck. And he doesn't necessarily have, the wins-losses, which for some reason people look at still. Mm-hmm. But his numbers are, like, gross. So it's a weird one.
Good Lord, he gets no run support.
None whatsoever. Like, it's not his fault at all. He's doing, like, everything he can do.
Give him a bump on that case per 9, and he's a gold. Walk rating, 80.
His walks per 9 are 0.4.
Oh.
He's got 11 and 72, so that's. I mean, 80 is a pretty good representation of that, though. His strikeouts could probably go up.
Yeah, I'm looking at that case per 9, man.
Let's see, where is the Giants? And
his hits will stay the same.
Okay, so let's see. His K per 9 is a 62, and that's probably
that could go up a lot.
Let's go to like 70 for that. Give him a +8 there. His homers per 9 is pretty low at 57. This is a stat that does nothing in game, but helps with rating. So let's just bump that to like a 62.
Yeah, he's giving up like a homer every outing, pretty much.
Yeah, hits per 9 is whatever. That's fine, I think. Walks per 9 is good. So let's see what that little upgrade will do to him there. And that puts him from an 83 to an 85, just touching his K per 9 and home runs per 9. So I think he's a guy that will sneak up on people strictly because they'll see like, 1 and 7 and not be interested.
And I feel like, honestly, that might like keep San Diego from doing it too, because they don't want to face the backlash of upgrading a card like that over guys who we've talked about who are extremely deserving compared to someone who's all these little kids are going to be like, he's 1 and 7, he doesn't deserve it, blah blah blah. It's like, well, if there was a stat for wins loss, he'd be terrible, but
they don't have a good track record of caring what we think.
True. Just random note that's probably not for the video, but obviously we can edit it out. Did you guys see what Ramon tweeted yesterday?
Oh Lord!
I'm leaving this in.
Good, and just late are the same thing in our engine. Are you fucking serious?
Wow.
How do you just let that fly under the radar the whole year? I wish my teachers would allow just late as being the same thing.
True.
I'd be an A student.
All right.
Seriously?
I've had more home runs with just late than good too, so I don't know. They're smoking 100%. Something.
It's because when you got it too. It's on its way out, and you know you hit it this late home.
Yep.
I couldn't believe, like, 1, that he tweeted that, and 2, that's true. I was like, how does that happen? What is the point of having just late then? Just have it be good.
Yeah, exactly. It really, when you say it like that, it really does it's stupid.
I was like, I can't believe it. And I think it went under the radar too because it was late at night. And I don't think a lot of people saw it.
I didn't see it until I woke up.
And I was just like, oh my God.
Take a screenshot.
Actually, I don't think I would have seen it. I forget who. Someone tweeted MLB Twitter is insane tonight. And that was like one of the top tweets when I woke up. And I was like, okay, what happened? And I went fishing for it.
I was like, I can't believe that. Like, you just don't say anything. Ignore it. That's one of the few times, like, just don't say anything because that is such a hot topic right now. All right. Let's see some other upgrade guys.
Yeah, we're at the good chance guys. So make sure you leave your big chance guys to the end here.
She already got half of mine.
Mine are gone. What do you guys think about Brett Gardner?
He was just on my list. He can definitely get a boost.
Who?
Brett Gardner. Yep, he's on my list too.
He's got. I wrote down 9 home runs against righties.
He's on pace for 37.
That could definitely go up. He's walked 23 times this year, and his vision's only a 55.
Playing in Yankee Stadium helps.
Yep.
Definitely helps.
All right, so
his power
against righties, he's got 51 power, and you said he has 9 of his 11.
Yep, 9 home runs against righties.
Bump to 60 on power against righties.
Yeah, he's about 318 in May.
318.
17 RBIs.
Dang, that's quite the season actually for Brett.
He's
Gardner.
hot. He's hot right now.
I'm such a I hate the Yankees so much, especially that they're doing
Leave your
well.
bias alone, Mark.
I can't, man. I can't.
No bias in here.
All right, well then, if you're biased on Gardner, how about we talk about Conforto a little bit?
I'm biased with Conforto too because.
Oh, I know you are. I want to hear it.
Because I think he's got listen. If I'm fortunate enough to have a son, I'm gonna from the day he's born, he's gonna be watching Michael Conforto swing. I'm forcing him to be a lefty. He's gonna watch that man swing because he knows how to hit.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I don't think he can go gold yet, and that's because they have his fielding too low, which I don't think they'll do until the All-Star break and fix that stuff. And against lefties, he's still not necessarily there. But I love the kid. Oh my God, he's exciting.
Yeah, he's not there against the lefties. But what is his numbers against lefties in the game? 48-62. He really doesn't have to do much to get upgraded there.
No. And like the thing that they're doing with that is like last year, the reason he just disappeared, he had an incredible start again. But when the lefties started facing him, like against Mad Bum, I think he struck out like 4 or 5 times in a game, and he just tanked after that. Like forgot how to hit.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So
most guys strike out a lot against Bumgarner, so you got to be able to get over that.
But he's good.
This
he's
guy,
good,
man. He destroys baseball. He's on pace for 42. Could you imagine if he has 40 home runs and 100 RBIs this year? 350.
And still being a silver card.
and he's not even on the All-Star game ballot. You have to write him in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's scary good. Scary good.
Let's see.
Another Met that I'd like to talk about, who I think deserves an upgrade. But necessarily, this is a good chance for an upgrade, but not necessarily one that like moves the market. 2 guys. One is my boy Rene Rivera. He's a common, and he's catching, and he's hitting I think 280 or 290. And obviously, as a common, you have trash stats, so I think he deserves to get to a bronze at least. And then Wilmer Flores is having a great season as well.
One stub.
And then Wilmer Flores is having a great season. So I think that's a guy to watch too, because his big thing is he has gross numbers against lefties, but he's actually starting to hit against righties too.
Got great vision already too.
387 in May.
And for those people that and for BR, he's really good.
Why is he at 73?
Utility guy.
What did you say that? Did you have that vision of what is it?
85 vision.
Oh, that's actually good. Never mind. I was
that's really good already.
Because he has 7 strikeouts and 62 at bats in May. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's every time he plays, I'm like, dang, this dude just hit. It doesn't matter who, righties, lefties.
Yeah, he takes good cuts. That's what I like about NCRT. He's another one who I think
Ender Dragon
now, but when at some point he's gonna break that gold threshold. I'm telling you, it's my man's.
Ender.
Yes.
What's his numbers this year? 288.
Oh, he's got really good stats. Just no power.
Consistent.
Man, those are actually awesome stats, man.
37-25. His numbers.
What's his fielding in this game? Because every time he plays
89.
89, arm strength 84. He was a finalist for the Gold Glove. He was top 3 for Gold Glove.
It's funny that you mentioned fielding. I'm actually looking at someone.
Did he win the Gold Glove last year in the National League? I think he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
I'm looking at someone who I think might get downgraded actually because of his fielding.
Ooh, can I guess it?
If you want.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Nope.
Damn.
It's actually Andrelton Simmons.
Yeah?
He's got 92 fielding in the game, 95 arm strength, but the guy's made 8 errors this year. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Ooh, 92 fielding. Yeah.
54 games, 8 errors.
The thing with Andrelton Simmons, though, is he's raking now.
Right, and that's the thing is his contact and stuff might go up, but you might be able to see a little dip in his fielding.
Yeah, definitely. 8 errors is a lot for a dude to have 92 fielding.
And I mean, he's up there with Arenado and Machado as the most consistent infielders in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actually wild. I didn't know he was fielding that poorly this year.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's so smooth. Like some of the plays you make, you're like, how, dude? Like,
I'll still take Crawford. I always have this debate with people, but I love Simmons.
He makes it look effortless.
Mm-hmm. NCRT's selling for $235 on the market.
It's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap to invest in for sure.
All right, boys.
Since we're on the Braves, though, what's the overall look on my Matt Kemp? You guys think?
Ooh, I like Kemp.
I mean, it's not coming this week.
People at San Diego Studios hate him.
Something. I mean, it must be that drought he had with the Padres because this dude's a beast.
He's raking.
It's either that, or you could see him as maybe like one of the flashback cards or something. And they don't want to throw a gold Matt Kemp out there when they're going to release a new one. Something like that.
Last year's Diamond Kemp was my favorite right-hand stick.
That card was so good. So good.
Okay. But he's just been so consistent all year. He's not just good, like he's been good the whole way. His batting average in May is 340. Batting average for the season is 341.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna be bold and say he's gonna be a gold this week.
I'm gonna be bold and say he's gonna be a new Battle Royale reward.
Ooh.
Don't you tease me with a good time.
Oh man.
maybe not as good as the 97, but maybe like a 94 throwback, man.
As long as
I'll say 95.
I'm cool with whatever his rating is.
It's gonna be 94 or 97.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Thing with Matt Kemp, got upgraded last week, right, to an 84, or did he?
I think it was 2 weeks.
He got upgraded last week, so he can get it this week. He could get a Player of the Month card, which very well could be a Diamond Player of the Month card.
Yeah, it's another guy that could be the master set.
Yep, but the thing with him is his ceiling is like 85, 86. So he's at 1,000 right now. If he gets anything above it, just sell, because he's not going to get any higher. His fielding is so atrocious. He's
kind of like Lance McCullers when he went gold. He hit the ceiling at like 1,100 still.
Man, he is so hot right now, though. 351
could very well be a diamond at some point this year.
I said that's another guy that I have Player of the Month. Is he easily could be the master set too? There's so many guys who I just like. It's just so hard because Thames came out of absolutely nowhere last month. Like no one expected him, and he didn't even have a card in the game until a week before his Player of the Month.
Since we're on the topic of Player of the Month, you want to start throwing some big dogs out there?
Yeah, let's go big dogs. We could talk about this all day, but I think we need to start giving everyone the cheese they want.
I'm in love with Charlie Blackmon.
Ooh, same here, man.
Everyone is.
I think we were talking about this last night, Chef, but Charlie Blackmon's the top on mine.
I'm so happy. I remember back when I started my YouTube channel, he was like the most underrated player in the league, mid-range silver. This guy's been unbelievable for me in fantasy for 2 years. I mean,
he could be a Philly sometime soon too.
Don't you? This man's batting 327 on the season, 358 in May. He's just getting better.
Yep. Is he still leading off? He's still a leadoff hitter, isn't he?
He's leading the bigs and RBIs, and he's batting leadoff.
Yeah.
41 hits. Oof. In the last 30 days. 363 in the last 30 days.
40 home runs and 140 RBIs, just like Adam Duvall.
Yeah, he's a fun player to watch.
How is he versus left right now? Because I see that his power is 57 versus left. Yeah, let's throw up his split here real quick.
Charlie Blackmon.
Both their splits,
His numbers versus left-handed pitching this year is 276, 2 homers.
Okay.
And what was?
And how many at bats?
He's getting 276 and 76 at bats.
Okay. So
he's hitting the extra base hits, though. He's just not hitting homers. He has 4 doubles as opposed to 7 against righties, and 4 triples, same thing against righties, and the righties is double the at-bats.
Yeah, I think contact will stay the same.
Yep.
At 72 versus left, but the power versus right, though, I think could be. He got 13 home runs, so power versus right could maybe round up to an 80.
Versus right can go up and should go up because he's hitting with the elite status now. He had 29 homers last year. Again, I just said on pace for 40 this year. He's doing it in and out of course. I'm not sure what the home away splits are exactly, but I follow him day to day. I know he's hitting the ball on the road.
Home is 9 and 387. Away is 4 and 272.
Yep. And this is, I think, his price could really skyrocket here, being Nolan Arenado's the only diamond on the team right now. So a guy that could be close to 30K. Would you guys say?
I mean, to be fair, I could hit 250 at Coors.
True that.
Player of the month, though. That's my pick for player of the month.
For Charlie Blackmon.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, he's.
I still say, like, either buy right now though for Charlie Blackmon. 4,000 right now.
Is that for your master? You're going Charlie Blackmon, like the set.
Yes.
Your Eric Thames.
I'll go with Correa. I think Correa's gonna get it.
I would love Correa to get it.
You know who my player of the month is gonna be?
Oh, give it to me.
It's gonna be my man, Jacob DeGrom. Nah, Jacob DeGrom. Jacob DeGrom's my boy. All right.
You know what?
In May.
Yeah. Why aren't we talking about a master pitcher? Yeah. Why aren't we talking about that?
3-0.
You made us wait, Angelo.
11.7 strikeouts per 9 in May. What else has he got here? Of course, Baseball Reference is a little tougher to look at pitching stats.
Yep.
Let's back it up a little bit.
May 3.6, whip 1.3, 42 Ks in 32 innings.
Yeah, and again, probably a little biased because I'm a Met fan, but every time he steps on the mound, he has just been throwing bullets.
True.
And
he has a presence for sure.
Yeah, he's a beast out there, and he's got a major league leading K per 9 at 12.1 for the whole year. So I think
if I had to go with one pitcher, even though it's gonna be hard now because he just got put on the DL is still Alex Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Because May, 1.27 ERA, 41 strikeouts in 28 innings, only 7 walks.
It's pretty good.
But like I said, I don't think he's gonna jump up into that master set.
Do you think
he could be one of the guys who flutters in there?
Do you think they would ever give a Player of the Month card to a reliever?
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not. It definitely wouldn't be the flashy thought, but if they think about it, it could be a good idea.
Because Kenley Jansen has not walked a batter this year.
That's my boy, man.
See, the thing is what do you give his Player of the Month though? I mean, the guy's already so high up.
So maybe he's better as just an upgrade because what's his walks per nine is 82 already, but he hasn't walked a guy all year.
That can easily go up.
That should be in the 90s.
In the 90s, yeah. There's no reason.
And then that probably moves his card.
99 hits per 9, Ks per 9, all that stuff all the time.
Yeah, so that's pretty gross.
Because I wouldn't be mad at Kenley Jansen being a 97 to a 99 on his live series. He kind of, that's who he is.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast.
He's a monster.
Another guy who could get a Player of the Month card, Jose Barrios. He's had three starts in May. I know he got the upgrade last week, and I really would like him not to get a Player of the Month card because I'd like to see his card not be limited,
ruined,
because there's a ceiling sort of.
Put a stall on it.
Yeah, because in the 3 starts he's made in May, he's been gross.
And to be fair, they could always do silver Player of the Month too. Just because it was strictly golds last month doesn't mean it's going to be the exact same this month.
They could, but I don't think they will.
Right, unless
it's all about that stubbage.
Super common guy. Yeah.
Because the thing with having a silver Player of the Month card is how really good was he then? Because he would have to be kind of a low common. Because Chris Owings is he got his upgrade. Let me check real quick. Because he was the lowest. So he got his upgrade May 5th, right? And that was when he went from a 71 to a 78. So his Player of the Month card for May was still a gold, and he was a 71 rated. So how low would you have to be to get a silver one? And that kind of is defeats the purpose of Player of the Month.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, boys.
Did they take Mitch Haniger out of the ticket store yet? Because I'm getting real sick of seeing the guy.
I think he's still in there.
Mitch is in there. Oh yeah.
When I'm done. Yeah, I'm sick of seeing his face in there.
There's this new Adam Eaton.
Angelo, who you got for Player of the Month?
I also had Charlie Blackmon, but I was looking at Correa too. So we're looking at the same thing. So
yeah, as you
good chance.
These things.
Yeah. But like I said, I was talking to that chat last night.
I wanted to talk about, completely forgot. Jose Bautista.
Yes.
Angelo was talking about him too.
Yep.
Yeah, 381, 3 bombs in May.
He has turned it up, man.
He's been on fire, and he's getting hits when they need him too.
Yep. Cheap right now too.
They can reflect that on the game, but he's back up to a pace of 30+ homers.
Okay.
Got that average back up over 250. He was under the Mendoza line all the way up in 16th, and now he's got that average up over 250.
Wow.
He's moving.
That is actually.
He's got 2 diamonds in the game though, so I wouldn't be cap him.
Right.
83, 84, because they seem to always
definitely
put him in that range. But he can move up from a set. What's he, an 80 right now?
80.
Yeah, he's an 80.
Contact needs some work.
Definitely 85 gold is the max he could ever get.
When did can anyone look and see when Robbie Ray got boosted?
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. He's another beast.
Because I think he's almost a player. He's got to be one of the Player of the Month pitchers.
Robbie Ray got boosted never this year.
Oh, so he hasn't gotten touched.
He hasn't gotten touched this year, and for a dude who always has good K per 9 at 76.
45 strikeouts, 38 innings pitched in May, only 23 hits given up. His home runs, he's given up a lot of home runs, but for the whole season, 47 hits and 69 innings with 84 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's gross.
ERA is a flat 3, 1.1 whip. That's good stuff.
That's got to be a guy you look, if he doesn't get a Player of the Month, they can easily, because I think he's a bronze, isn't he? 70.
He's a 76.
Yeah, okay, so he could easily get the +4, go to a silver.
He's a 76, and if you look at the difference between his bronze live series and his silver flashback, so like his hits per nine's up to 67. His home run per nine's is lower, but his K per nine's an 85. So like, why could he not go back to that? You know.
Plus he's on a 23.2 inning scoreless streak. Hasn't given up a run in his last 3 starts.
It's very impressive.
All right, so we haven't touched really.
Nice and full as well. I can always admire a good beard.
We haven't really talked about the fallers, so let's just give everyone
Manny
here
Machado,
one faller. There you go. I have Manny Machado on my list too.
Mine, I said it last week. I'll say it again. Locaine, Lorenzo Cain. I don't think he should be gold.
Okay.
He's 99 contact against lefties. That's way too high.
Yeah. I hate to be the bad guy, but Miguel Cabrera soon, if he doesn't figure it out, is going to start moving down. I mean, he's already down to a 90 flat, so he's knocking on the door of gold. I mean, he's batting 261, on pace for 15 homers. He's just not hitting the ball well at all.
Father Time's catching up with him a little bit.
I've seen his exit velo was still high, which is a good sign, and he's not striking out like too much. He's a 36-23 strikeout walk rate. I mean, he can easily have it 2 weeks and be right back up there, but it's been, 2 months into the season now, and he just hasn't looked like Miguel Cabrera.
No, he has not, for sure.
256 in the last 30 days, only 2 home runs, so.
You have to keep a tab on him, though. He's Miggy. In a matter of 2 days, he could explode.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Wow, this guy, I didn't realize how terribly he's playing this year. In the month of May, this guy is hitting 198 with 5 homers, 12 RBIs, and struck out 21 times, and that's Matt Carpenter.
Ooh, wasn't he hot?
Those are some disgustingly awful numbers for a dude who has 74 contact against righties.
And it's sad because his numbers have actually been underrated the last.
Yeah, and like now he's just getting like, those are so horrible. I was interested to see because I'm looking at like guys who are just like on the cusp of like either gold, silver, diamond, gold, that kind of stuff. And he was one of the ones I wanted to look at. And man, he's having an awful year on a team that's playing well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, my stuff cut off for a while.
Yeah, you're good. It's all about Dexter Fowler, man. That's what it was.
So what did everyone say about Machado since I wasn't here?
Oh, not much. Not much.
Oh, we're waiting for you, man.
We just agreed. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm saying if Manny Machado doesn't get downgraded, I will send you guys a code for $10 PSN you can give away on your channels.
Ooh, there you go.
Big time.
Because the guy needs to get downgraded. Just throwing it out there.
Awful 24 vision.
Same with Rick Porcello. I think he's getting downgraded.
I was looking at it. I was just about to look his stuff up too because I'm like, the thing that might keep him though is that he won the Cy Young, so they might give him more time than someone else.
Because I know his hits per nine is already bad in the game, but I mean he's given up 52 hits in 38 innings. Got a 1.5 WHIP.
Yeah, it's nothing to write home about.
But yeah, Robbie Ray's a silver. I just don't know what the upgrade process is. Like I feel like it takes so long for them to realize which players are. Like I understand they don't want to upgrade 60 guys a week, but maybe they should start.
Yeah.
It would make it more interesting.
Well, how long did they wait until the first upgrade and downgrade?
They waited a month.
A whole month?
Yep.
So...
Yep.
So they waited until the end of April.
Okay. So yeah, that might be the window right there is like a month then. So
I think a guy that could get downgraded is one Jake Arrieta. He's just not a diamond pitcher anymore.
Yeah. I said last week I thought he saved himself with his one start, but I don't know if he's done anything since.
He obviously has good stuff. It's just he's just not the pitcher that he was when he won the Cy Young 2 years ago. And I think
he had good stuff in Baltimore too.
Yeah, I think people need to stop living. It's weird to say living in the past because technically his past is atrocious. But everyone's banking off like that Cy Young year, and he's just not the same pitcher that he was during that. So I don't think like his hits per nine this year are 9.8. That's a lot. He's given up almost 2 home runs a game. That's a lot. But his strikeout numbers are the best they've ever been. So like, what do you do with that?
He's only had 2 starts in May where he hasn't given up more than 4 runs.
Yeah, so like he's
One
struggling
of
a bit.
It's against the Brewers, so it doesn't count.
Another guy is Jose Quintana. That's a guy who's like, he's been like the definition of a consistent pitcher. Like low-key, his ERA every year he's pitched has been under 4. And in the American League, that's impressive.
He's a quality start machine.
This year is a little bit different. He's at 5.6. He leads the league in earned runs at 40 earned runs in 64 innings. His hits per 9 are up at 9.2. His homers per 9 are up at 1.4. The big number here is his walks per 9, which are at 3.4. And that's a ton of walks a game.
Yeah, that's like his best stat right there.
I drafted him in fantasy.
78.
I paid the price for it.
Yep, exactly. And at 78, I don't know if you can keep him there with 3.4 walks per game when the guy averaged in prior years 2.2, 1.9, and 2.3.
This is his contract year too, isn't it?
I believe so. Because I know they were talking about like shopping him to the Yankees because they were pitching so badly.
Yeah, he's been so consistent his entire career, and then this year it's just what's happening.
Another guy that I like to just always dump on because I don't understand how he's a gold. Just from watching him, his stuff, everything is Kyle Hendricks. It's a little like probably one of the most frustrating people to watch pitch for me because like he throws like 87 and like he just gets
hated Greg Maddox.
Yeah, I probably would have if I watched him.
Probably did.
If
Max would have like 99, wouldn't he? 99 break though.
Yeah, like if I knew what I know now, like hitting wise, like Greg Maddox is a little different, but like Kyle Hendricks is just like so how do they not hit him? And I think they're starting to figure him out a little bit because in his last 2 starts, his ERA is up to 5.2. I don't get it with him.
My perfect example of that is like, how do they not hit him? Was Randy Wolf when he played for the Brewers. The dude would throw 84-mile-an-hour fastballs down the middle, and guys would just pop it up.
Yeah. The Phillies won the World Series with Jamie Moyer in their rotation.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Jamie Moyer and like one of my best friend's dads like grew up together and stuff. So he was always like, Jamie Moyer's the best. Like he doesn't throw hard, but he knows how to pitch. And I was like, how don't they hit him though? he's throwing BP.
The Iron Man of MLB recently, outside of Cal Ripken, would be Jamie Moyer.
Dude was like 48 or whatever and still pitching.
He could probably still pitch. The Phillies could probably use him right now.
Stop that.
All right, boys. Let's go. Aaron Judge. What do you guys think about Aaron Judge this month?
I don't know what more they can do since he got a Player of the Month last month.
Another guy that frustrates the hell out of me because watching him hit, listen, he is a great hitter. Don't get me wrong. And he actually understands hitting more than I thought he did. But why are they not busting this guy inside every pitch? I watched the game against the A's and against the Orioles, and they're letting him extend his arms, throwing the ball in the outside corner, trying to paint there instead of trying to jam him.
Yep.
And, like, for a guy with that kind of power, you even look at Giancarlo Stanton, where he struggles the most is inside. Yes, when he hits it, he's going to hit it 500 feet. But his hitting percentage on the inside pitch is not nearly as good as when he extends his arms. It's the same thing with Ryan Howard when he was playing. Why are they leaving it middle away?
Yep.
Because
I just think he's gonna get a boost. I think.
Oh yeah, no, he deserves it. He deserves it. The dude's killing it, and I got egg on my face because I did not think he was going to be nearly this good.
Yep.
But
hitting a 341 or not in the last 30 days, so his contact vision will go up. On-base percentage is the best on the Yankees right now. Well, it's close second, close third.
Good Lord, he's ugly.
But, okay, so his price right now is at an 1,800. What do you think his final price point would be at a gold?
It depends what it goes up to. I mean, it's always going to hurt him because he's got the Player of the Month card.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the weird thing with him is he's still hitting for average.
Yep,
so like
that's what I'm saying.
You can't ignore it 2 months into the season that he's still hitting 350 or whatever it is.
And that San Diego Studios is ignoring it. They're ignoring it with more than just Aaron Judge, and I think that's the biggest problem.
And it's like he's hitting 323 and his contact's 66 and 59. As much as I don't like the guy, you can't ignore that his contact should probably be in the 70s.
You bring up a good point there, Dylan, but I think this is the guy that he's so hyped up right now. I think San Diego Studios has to jump on this ship.
They're going to have to start listening eventually.
Yep.
And if he keeps putting up these numbers for an entire season, he's a diamond. So, like...
Oh, yeah. He's everything Stanton wants to be.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. Like, I think at the price right now, I personally probably sell just because I see 1,800 for a silver, and I'm like, get rid of him. Let's get rid of him.
Yep.
But
if he does get to a gold, but if he
Yeah,
does
he
go
could
to
be
a
a
gold,
diamond
that's
now.
Jorge Posada right there for the epic. It's a pretty popular epic, so I don't know. Let's see who.
And
Which-
is he the only gold then for the Yankees? Because they lost to Naka,
live
right?
series.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Because you have Betances, Chapman, and then you'd have Joe.
so that could easily be like a 10K card right there.
And I mean, when you look at his stuff, he's 6th in the AL in batting average, 1st in home runs, 1st in runs. He walks a lot. He's 9th in the AL in walks, and then
And he only has 37 vision.
and yeah,
Yes.
and he's 2nd
Yep.
in slugging and OPS. Like, you can't ignore this guy anymore.
No.
These are not silver numbers, and I don't care if he's got a player of the month. That was 30 days ago.
Yep, that was last month.
Yep. So
Yeah, it's kind of scary thinking about what this guy could
Like, if we're
going on here.
if we're going just off this, I mean, to be fair, Eric Thames is sitting like 170 in May.
Yeah.
that's
So like Eric Thames, like he very well deserves a downgrade.
Yeah.
He is not the player that we saw in April. He's starting to get figured out a little bit.
Yep.
So like he could be now, instead of 82, maybe an 80.
It's just I feel like they're so concerned about only doing like 15 to 20 upgrades a week that it's just impossible to know what's going on in their brain.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know, like, they were talking about how they want to keep, like, they don't want to have necessarily more gold or diamonds than they already have on the market. So when you kind of think of a guy who's going to move up to gold or diamond, you also have to think of a guy that moves down because they don't want it to be like.
Which is fair, but I mean, today we've talked about 5 to 8 that golds who could easily go down to silver.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you look at Porcello, you look at Lorenzo Cain. Like, you're looking at these guys who they do not deserve to be golds.
No, yeah.
Yep. All right, well, boys, final thoughts on today. I think we covered a
Manny
lot
Machado
today.
Sucks.
Adam Duvall needs to be a gold.
All right, Adam Duvall. I have him on my list too. He's one of my sneaky guys there. I like that card.
That's
Fernando
my biggest
Rodney
one.
going back to bronze. That's my lock.
That's your
Okay.
lock.
All right.
I like that.
I want to see my boy Jacob deGrom be a diamond.
There you go.
That's what I want.
I'd like to see that too. I have him.
I
This
just
has
want
been a
to.
solid roundtable discussion, boy.
It was.
sure.
It has been. It
I'll
was.
say-
It
This
was.
was good.
It's an exciting time to be playing MLB. Like,
It
think
is.
think about last year. Like, you couldn't have this discussion with, like, the amount of guys that were doing YouTube, one, in general, was so much lower, and two, like, just the general knowledge of the game and how it works and everything. Like, it's an exciting time.
growing.
MLB's at a high for sure.
Yep. And I'd like to bring in like an extra guy. If you guys want to do this with me every week, that'd be awesome. But I want to bring in like special guests every week and all that, so we can get some more input into this. So it makes it a little bit better. And
Send a bunch of emails to former MLB players, see if they want to come on.
oh, dude, that'd be
Let's get
sweet.
Jamie Moyer on.
It's like, hey, get on Discord here, man. But yeah, guys. For those of you back at home, make sure you guys subscribe to my boys here. I'll have all their links down below. It'd really help them out and make them happy. Right, guys?
Very
Very happy.
I'd be sad if I got more subscribers.
same.
You guys want to give out some shout outs or anything?
Shout out to my mom. She's the best mom in the world.
Same, but to my mom.
Shout out to DG Nation.
Woo!
Rest in peace, DG Gaming.
Oh, woo. Yeah, it's
but
it's definitely under ATG now. But all right, guys. Until next week, in your next episode of Risers and Fallers, it's been a fun one. We're gonna sign out here. Like I said, we're gonna try to bring in more people in here. Maybe one new person every
Hey,
week. Yep.
Remember the hashtag. You guys can do that throughout the entire week. I mean, I'll look at it every couple hours.
Yeah, we'll definitely ask questions. Hashtag, what was it I put up there?
Risers and fallers.
Hashtag Risers Fall, the show Risers Fallers,
The show.
and we'll check that out until Friday here. So if you guys want to make your investments, do it now while the prices are low, because these prices are gonna skyrocket after this video probably. So
Especially Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
buy it now. And I don't know. You guys make the decision on what you want for Friday, but this is just, we're just taking stats and putting it all together.
We're having some fun.
And we're having some fun with it. So, again, thank you guys. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
See ya.